So what I'm going to do, hi Ajay. Okay. Now, first thing, we are talking about this is a course. We are running the online courses. Okay. So I'm just telling you the advantage of online and offline. We will say what is the advantage if you are joining an online course over an offline course. You have a choice of the faculty which is not available in the offline courses. So we are having the choice of the faculty. So means you can change your faculty when you want. Okay. Flexibility of attending the classes because there is a anytime anywhere, and the customize means if you are weak you can take more time, and the classes which are more comprehensive in detail, because whenever you are taking a class in a institute, so most of the time there is a strict schedule and they have to follow a schedule, and they have to take so many classes in a day or means number of hours. That is a flexibility for the online. Okay. And they are teaching you only for a particular exam. For the different exam they will take the different fees, but in the case of us, an academy, we are taking only one fee for all the examination. So you have to take these things into consideration. Guidance, we are providing the guidance to every faculty, everyone in a different group. Okay, so we are having the different group of the student for the faculties, and we are guiding them. Direct communication with faculty not possible. Okay, you are studying in a batch of 200, 300. Here is a possible. So that's why we have live interaction and unlimited doubt clearing. So you can see in the courses. Okay, like here also you can interact with me and you can ask me the question. Best educator, only few. Means suppose there are five educator, maybe you will get only the two or three, but here you are getting all the best. Means you have a choice of the best educator. Again, the very important factor which is the cost. So if you go for, there is anywhere cost is minimum 50,000, and there is another cost like lodging, boarding. Okay, but here it is very cost effective, and I will tell you the price in the next slide. And there is no scope of the revision, but here you can go unlimited time, same class you can watch because it is recorded to your login. Okay, so these are the two courses which I am running currently. Okay. So, and I will just cover the 40% of the syllabus for most of the branches, EEC. Okay. I teach engineering mathematics, general aptitude, and digital. Okay. For the computer science, I teach more than 45 marks. Okay. There I teach discrete mathematics, digital, TOC. Okay. Engineering maths, general aptitude. Okay. So means just join our course for better understanding of or better grasping of the theory part as well as the exercise. Okay, and these are the special classes. If you want to go for the free classes, then you can attend my special classes. I have covered the topics in detail in every class. Okay, so every class is a separate topic. And if you are going for a 1 year program, so suppose I'm saying 5,000 is a fees for 1 month, so that you can say it's a crash course type. 1 month you cannot attend all the classes, but if you are going for 1 year, so then the cost is what, five times of this one, which is, no Ganesh, my branch is computer science. I have done MSc in mathematics, MTech in computer science, and PG in finance. Okay, I have done two or three. So I teach the digital of the electronics and EC. Okay, okay, so means 25,000 is the cost for 1 year, and you will get a discount if you use my code live DSG. Okay, and these are my number. You can contact me on these number. Okay, if you are third year student, go for a 1 year. If you are second year student, go for the 2 year program, which cost is a 30,000, and the 10% discount it is 27,000. Okay, so these are the things which are very important if you are going. So means we are not a structure in the special classes. There you will find the proper structure. Okay, everything in what detail. So here we are not taking details. Sometimes we are taking questions. Sometimes we are taking a particular topic. Okay. So now let's see. Now starting to the today's class. Okay, first thing what we are saying, I am just brushing up all the formulas of the probability. Okay, in the probability we are saying. So I am not going in the detail. I am just going to solve the question. Most of the question. First, the probability of any event is what, number of outcome of event divided by number of outcome of a sample space. This is the first thing. This is the first formula. Okay, there are certain formula which you have to remember. Means probability is always between 0 to 1. If you add a probability of event and the probability of event does not happen, then we will say it is nothing but 1. Third, probability of all event is always equal to 1. Okay, So this is the idea about the probability. So these are the formula. Then probability of the two event A union B is always probability of A, then probability of B minus probability of A and B. So we are saying these are the condition when we are saying at least one event happen. Okay, or here both event happen together. Okay, and this we are saying whenever you can calculate, this is known as a discrete probability. So this is the case of discrete probability. We are talking about this thing. Is it clear, everyone? Take the note of this one. So we are saying this is the number of ways calculating the total, that is known as a sample space. So sample space means the total size. Okay. So this is the first page formula. Now coming to the second page. So we will say second page, we are saying the type of event. So means we will say independent. So if we are saying two independent event, then P A and B is written as PA into PB. Okay. If they are saying mutually exclusive, then we will say probability of A and B is always equal to 0, and collectively exhaustive, then we will say probability of all event would be is equal to 1. Now third thing, if you discuss about the geometric probability, geometric means whenever we say the outcomes are continuous, outcomes are continuous. If outcomes are continuous, then we will say simply probability of event is nothing but area of event divided by area of experiment. I have taken a class for that also. Okay, so area of event and area of experiment, that is known for the geometric probability. Is that clear, everyone? Please reply yes or no. Okay, so we will take some question of the geometric probability today also. Then we talk next thing, we are saying conditional probability. So the conditional probability is always say P A given B is known as P A and B divided by PB, and this should not be equal to 0. Similarly, B given A is known as PA and B divided by PA, and this should not be equal to 0. And we are saying they are independent, sorry, they are dependent event. PAB is equal to A if independent. We are saying if independent, there is no logic of the conditional probability. If independent, then we will say this is the formulas. Or similarly, PB given A is known as PB. And there is also a formula which is known as a law of total probability. So A is a subset of union of some events. Then we will say P is written as E1 into AE1 plus P into E2 AE2. Okay, so I'm just writing this formula and so on. And we say the Bayes theorem formula is written as EKA is nothing but, so this will last we can say probability of En into probability of AEN. So I have taken the example of this also. We will say this is written as EK into probability of A versus EK divided by total of the probability. Okay, so this is the Bayes theorem formula. So this is the fifth formula. So write down everyone. Okay, Gautam, how are you? So I'm just writing all the formulas. So this is one of the important formula. This is known as a total probability. Okay, okay. Next one we are saying, if we talk about the random variable. So we are taking, there are two type of random variable. First we are saying discrete. So in case of the discrete, we will say the probability is defined as, first we are saying random variable is defined as a, it takes an input s and give the xi. So the probability at any point is between 0 to 1. The probability, total probability of all the random variable is always 1. So these are the two formulas. And very important formula which I am going to solve today, that is the expectation is nothing but summation of xi and pxi. So means this is a random variable and this is the probability associated with it. And the fourth formula, generally we say variance of any x, which is the square of the standard deviation, which is also known as a square of standard deviation, is ex square minus ex ka whole square. So that is written as xi square pxi minus exi pxi whole square. So this is again is a, these two are very important formula. Okay, is that clear everyone? Now, and there are some distributions. So we are saying some distribution are given which are popular distribution. First we are saying general. So we have talked about the general, means they will define. Second is a uniform. So first we are saying discrete distribution. If you are talking about the discrete distribution general, then the uniform. So in uniform, generally we say the expectation formula, if the values are given 1, 2 till what? We are saying n. So the value is expectation is 1 by 1 plus n by 2. Or if the values are given from a to b, then we will say it is a plus b by 2. And the variance is nothing but b square minus a square upon 12. Third, we say binomial. So binomial is very important. So binomial, we say there are two things which are needed. One is a number of trial. So that is known as a two parameter formula. So in GATE, they have asked two parameter formula. So n is what? Number of trials. Okay. And this is the probability of any particular event, probability of success. Okay. And here we say PMF. PMF means we are calculating the probability at any particular k. So that would be nck p raised to power k 1 minus p raised to power n minus k. And in this case, expectation is n into p and the variance is n into p into 1 minus p. So write down this. Okay, how do we find binomial? So we are saying there are n trial. So either the trial means success happens or success does not happen. Okay, is that clear everyone? Please write down this thing. The next one we are saying one very popular, that is known as a geometric distribution. So geometric distribution means you need only one thing, probability of success. So P is given. So we will say in this case, generally PMF of xi is equal to k is defined as I am just writing p raised to power 1 and 1 minus p raised to power k, and the formula for expectation is nothing but 1 upon p. So we are saying here we say xi or the random variable is number of trial till first success till two consecutive success happen. Okay, or maybe say duration between two consecutive event, two consecutive success. Okay, so this is all. Now we are starting with the question. I am not going for the continuous distribution because I have not taken any question from the continuous distribution. So I hope these formulas are clear to you. Now let's try. So I am just giving every question. I will give you 2 to 3 minutes, and then we will solve the question. Okay. Okay. This is a very good question. Okay. Now simply, so this question I am saying simply in there is a one distribution which I have used, that is known as a normal distribution. So normal distribution, we say there is a known as a PDF. PDF is probability density function. The formula for that is what? Minus infinity to infinity 1 upon under root 2 pi sigma e raised to power minus x minus mu whole square upon 2 sigma square. Okay, so that is your PMF, and there is a very important theorem. So I'm just writing that theorem. So we will say minus infinity to infinity 1 upon under root 2 pi sigma e raised to power minus x minus mu whole square upon 2 sigma square dx is equal to 1. So that means the total probability. So the total probability is always equal to 1. Okay, where mu is known as an expectation and sigma is known as standard deviation. So just write down this formula. This is very important formula. Okay, and some question you will find directly using that one. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Okay, so let's see. Just try, everybody. I am giving you 2 minutes to solve this question. Let's see how you will solve. Everyone try this question. This is a very good question. The people use gamma function to use it to solve it. I will not use any gamma function, and I generally say there is no need of gamma function in uh, gate examination, at least for engineering mathematics. Maybe they can use in your particular technical subject, but we don't need use it. So everybody try this question. Okay, so last 30 seconds and then I will take the answer. So let's see, I'm taking the answer for this question. Okay, very good. Let's see how will you get the answer. First thing I'm just telling you. Very good, the people who have done it correctly. So we are saying, suppose somebody asks you the integration. So this was the integration has come in the gate. So 0 to infinity e raised to power minus x square by 8 and 1 upon root 2 pi. Okay, that was the integration which has come in. What is the value? Okay, now I am saying the use of normal distribution. So let's see how we'll do that. Use of normal distribution. So whenever we say the normal distribution, this is a very important result, minus infinity to infinity 1 upon under root 2 pi sigma e raised to power minus x minus mu square upon 2 sigma square dx is equal to 1. So this is the total probability formula. Okay, what we are saying, total probability formula. Now how we will use, we will say just compare with the question, compare with the question and find mu and sigma. Okay, and we are saying, suppose this is the equation 1 and then put in the equation 1, put in the equation 1. Okay, अब how you will get, so let's see how we will get. Very simple funda. So it is written as x square, it is written as x minus mu square. So we will say if x square and this is x minus mu square, so this means mu is equal to 0. Is that clear, everyone? Please reply. What we are saying, they are asking x square, it is written as x minus mu square. So mu must be equal to 0. Is it clear? Now second, they are saying 8 and here it is written as 2 sigma square. So that means sigma is equal to 2. Okay, now you know these two things. So we know mu and sigma. Now put in the equation. So we'll say minus infinity to infinity 1 upon, this is written as a sigma. So we'll say 2. This is a 2 pi e raised to power minus x square by 8 dx, which is equal to 1. Is that clear, everyone? Can you see this one? Okay, now they are asking 1 by root 2 pi. So now we are saying 0 to infinity because it is a even function. So can we directly write down 2 times of 0 to infinity 1 upon 2 root 2 e raised to power minus x square by 8 dx. It would be equal to 1. Is it clear, everyone? So means they are saying this value is nothing but 1 using this formula. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Please reply yes or no. Okay, I want the reply from everyone. Okay, what we are saying, the first step is what? Find the mu and sigma. Second, in this equation, put the value of mu and sigma. Okay, and once you have done this one, you are getting this one. Now what you want, e raised to power minus x square has come, 1 upon under root 2 pi comes. So this is a 2, but we are saying limit is 0 to infinity. This is minus infinity to infinity. So it would be double time. So double 2 would be cancelled out. So exactly this formula what they are asking is equal to 1. Is it clear, Nishchay? Now same thing I am asking you the question, if somebody asks you 0 to infinity. Okay, so I am saying what? Suppose they are asking what, 0 to infinity e raised to power minus x square dx. Can you calculate the value using that? What we are saying, we have to calculate using that. So I am saying just compare with this one. I am writing the equation. We are saying minus infinity to infinity 1 upon sigma under root 2 pi e raised to power minus x square dx upon, sorry, this one is what? E raised to power minus x minus mu square upon 2 sigma square dx is equal to 1. So find the mu and sigma, you will get the answer. Okay, what is a mu? Can you tell me the mu, everyone, and the sigma? Yes, mu is equal to 0 and sigma is what? 1 by root 2, perfectly fine. So can I write these things? So we will say what is the, now in this equation we will say minus infinity to infinity, it would be what? 1 upon root 2 pi, and sigma is what? 1 upon root 2, and e raised to power minus x square dx would be is equal to 1. Now this would be cancelled and we will say just this would be expansion. So it would be 0 to infinity. It would be 1 upon under root pi e raised to power minus x square dx would be is equal to 1. So what we want to calculate? E raised to power minus x square dx 0 to infinity. It would be again, it would be root pi by 2. Is it clear everyone? Perfectly fine, I hope. Okay, so now we have done the first question. Means what we are saying, now they are saying this is what? PDF. So total integration we are saying e raised to power minus x square by 2 dx would be is equal to 1. You want to calculate the value of k. So here we will say mu would be equal to 0 and sigma would be 1. So the k would be, we are saying it would be 1 upon under root 2 pi if you solve this one. So this is the answer of the first question. Is it clear everyone? So this is a very good question. Is it clear? Please reply yes or no. Let's try second question. Now this is the question of, I have detailed solution in the continuous probability part. So I am repeating here also. If you attended my class on the continuous probability, you will find the detailed solution on this one. So I am going in the faster way here. Okay. So I will give you 2 minutes to solve this question. Then I will solve it. So take the screenshot of this question. Now just remember, because we are saying he can wait maximum up to. Okay, so that is what time is a continuous variable. So I will do that. I will do in the next page. Everybody, please try this one. Okay, let's see how we'll do that. So what we are saying, he has to stop two. So we are saying there is a two stop. Okay. So let's say I'm just rubbing this one. So the person can stop at 2 points. So we are saying suppose this is the first coordinate and we are saying this is the second coordinate. Okay. Now we are talking about the person. He is waiting. So we are saying in the x coordinate we can take he wait for the B part. So B part he can wait with minimum 0 minute and the maximum he can wait with 8 minute. Similarly, why we are saying, so let's see, how will you find, this is the area, how will you find, we are saying, simply if we write, he is waiting for B, this is the point he is waiting, so we will say, suppose the y coordinate, we are saying, this y coordinate we can put y is equal to 0 for this line and y equal to 8. So means here is waiting for 0, 8, here is a 8, 8, and there is what 8, 0. What is the meaning of? So means at B stop he is reaching at, means he is waiting only for 0 time till what? We are saying maximum 8 time. And what about the C? We are saying minimum 0 time and the maximum 8 time. Is it clear to everyone? So why? Because he can wait maximum 8 minutes. Now we are saying he should be late. Now he should be late whenever we are saying the waiting time is what? Greater than 13. Can you draw this line? So can we draw this line? This line is what? X plus y is equal to 13. Okay. So we are saying this is the line I am just drawing. I am saying this would be the line. How did you find this line? Because we are saying x coordinate is 8, y coordinate is 5, and here we are saying x coordinate is 5, y coordinate is 8. So this is the area where we will say he will be late, because here the time x coordinate plus y coordinate. So this is the x coordinate, this is y coordinate. Total sum is more than 13. So can you calculate the area of this one? This is 3. This is 3. Okay. So we are saying what is the total area? So total area is what? 8 into 8, 64. And the area of this is what? 1 by 3. Sorry, 1 by 2 into 3 into 3. So my answer is 9 upon 128. Is it clear, everyone? Please reply. So how did we find the time is what? Continuous, because they are saying it is a maximum waiting time. Please reply, everyone. Okay, other people who are there. So whenever they are saying continuous means there is a gap and there is a range value. Okay. Now can you try this one? Now this is a very good question of the computer science. Let's see how many people you can solve it. So again, I said I am taking very difficult questions. So maybe you are not able to solve. So just read out the question they are saying. Or given as a set of x1, x2, x3, xn, where xi is equal to 2 raised to power I. So means this is a 2 raised to power 1, this is a 2 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 3, and so on 2 raised to power n. And a sample S of x is drawn from the selecting xi independently with the probability pi is half. The expected value means the selecting x1 is the probability 1 by 2. So probability of selecting any number is 1 by 2. They are saying what is the expected value of the smallest number in the sample size. What they are saying, what is the Value of the smallest number. So means my random variable is smallest number. So everybody just try this one. I am giving you 3 minutes to solve this question because this is a very good question. And I will start in the next page just to explain you this one. Last 1 minute and then I will take the answer. So let's see, I'm taking the answer for this one. Done. So let's see, I am saying suppose we want to calculate the sample size. We don't know what is in the sample size. So we have to calculate two things only. It means what is a xi. So xi we are saying is smallest number and the probability of xi. Okay. Now we are saying xi means every number xi is nothing but 2 raised to power I. So we will say x1 would be the smallest number when we will say when you have selected x1. Is that clear everyone? So what we are saying the first time, what is the probability that x1 is the smallest? We are saying s includes x1. Can you tell me x2? So x2 is 2 raised to power 2. So when the 2 raised to power 2 would be the smallest number? Can you reply everyone? We will say x2 would be the smallest number when x1 is not selected and x2 is selected. Is that clear? So means what is the probability x1 is not selected? We will say half. Why? Because selecting this is what? Half. So not selecting half and x2 is selected. So we say this is 2 square. Now can you tell me whenever the x3 is the smallest number in the set? Everyone. I am asking you, x3 is the smallest number. I am just going to. So whenever x1 is not selected, x2 is not selected, but the x3 is selected, and we don't care about any other number because this would be the smallest, which is a 2 raised to power 3. Is it clear everyone? Please reply. Now what is the probability? We will say 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So that is a 1 by 2 raised to power 3. Okay, similarly for x4, what we will say? So similarly, x raised to power 4, we will say x1 is not selected, x2 is not selected, x3 is not selected, but x4 is selected. So this would be 1 upon 2. So similarly, can you tell me what is a 1 upon 2 raised to power n? So that is a probability for xn, means x1 is not selected, x2 is not selected, xn minus 1 is not selected, only xn is selected. So that is a probability is what? 1 upon 2 raised to power n. Is that clear, everyone? Now I have to calculate the expectation. This number is 2 raised to power 1, this is 2 raised to power 2, this is 2 raised to power 3, this is 2 raised to power n. Our expectation is nothing but xi pxi. So can you see how fast we are doing? So we are saying 2 into half is 1. 2 raised to power 2 into 1 by 4, 1. This into this again 1. So 1, 1, 1 n times. So your answer is what? N. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Very good. I hope everybody got it. Let's try this one. Next one. Now again, this question I have done in another special class also. So let's see. We will leave this question. Okay. Just watch in my first special class. This is in the first special class. Okay. There I have explained the. So I will take the answer directly. If you can do it, I will tell you very simple method to solve it. The number one special class. Okay. Okay. If you want the detailed solution, then attend this class. Okay, what we will say, suppose I am asking, this is the question of the uniform, or we will say equally likely event. What is equally likely means? I am just telling you in a very simple step, and you can solve any question related to that. The question says, suppose the uniformly randomly select a permutation of 20 numbers. So 20 number means we are saying 1, 2 till 20 place. So they can be arranged by 20 factorial ways. I hope everybody knows that thing. Now we are saying what is the probability 2 appears earlier position than any other even number. So means 2 is coming here, then all the even numbers should be at the right side. Is it clear, everyone? So 2 must be the right side of every even number. Okay. In many book, the answer is none of these. So that's why I hope the people who know the answer, they have given none of these. But the exact answer is this one. Okay, what I'm telling, this the answer is what? B Bombay. Now let's see. So we will say in place of 2, if somebody asks you what is the probability 4 appears before any earlier any even number, your answer would be same. Is it clear? Now similarly, if somebody says 6 come before every even number, your answer would be same. Similarly, we will say 8 come before every even number, that would be same. Similarly, 20 come before every even number is the same. Okay. Now, very important part, all these are mutually exclusive, and definitely exactly one of the even number will come before every other even number. Okay. So if you are assuming these as a k, so we will say that is what, how many times k? We will say 10 times k gives you 1. So k would be is equal to 1 by 10. So my answer is what? B Bombay in this case. Is it clear, everybody? Okay. So I am just changing this question, and you just try to tell me. If I will say, I am saying 3 comes before, what we are saying, 3 comes before every other multiple of 3. Every other multiple of 3. So what should be the answer? 3 comes before every other multiple of the 3. So what should be the answer in this case? Okay, can you tell me the answer of this one? I hope you can answer me. 3 comes before every other multiple of 3. Yes, because we are saying there are the multiple 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 18. Perfectly fine. 1 by 6 would be the answer. Is it clear, everyone? So that is a perfect answer. Okay, so you don't need to do any other method. So this is a very simple question. Now this is again is a very popular question. In computer science, most of the people leave this question. And so everyone, I am solving this question. Let's see how we solve. So I'm just taking answer. If you can randomly give me the answer, because I have to solve one particular question. That is a very good trick to solve many questions. Okay. So let's say I'm taking the answer for this one. Okay. I'm taking a poll. That would be what? Okay. Very good. Ishan is getting the. So till now, Ishan is okay. Deepika is that number one. Okay, good. Let's see how we'll do that. So we are saying just read. This is an unbalanced dice and the number 1 to 6 is thrown. The probability that face is 90%. So we are saying the face would be either even or odd, but the total probability would be 1. Why? Because the every face is either even or odd. Now they are saying face is odd is 90% probability of face is even. So means 0.9 of probability is even. So means can we write this value here? So we will say face even plus 0.9 of the face even is equal to 1. So we can calculate face even is nothing but 1 upon 1.9. So that is the first step we have done. Now we are saying probability of getting any even number face is same. So means probability of even number is nothing but this thing. Either 2 comes or 4 comes or 6 comes. This will contribute to probability of even number. Okay, and they are all equal. So we can say this we already know it is 1.9. So it means probability of 2 would be what? It is 1 by 3 into 1.9 because they are all equal. Okay, is that clear everyone till now? Till now, is it okay? Now let's see. Now the next page, what we are saying. They are saying if the probability is given, so I'm just going to the next page. They are saying probability of what is if the probability that face is even given that it is greater than 3. So we are saying even greater than 3 is given as 7.755 0.75. So means 3 by 4. So we are saying what is the probability greater than 3. So how we'll do that? We will say this formula can be written as, we will say the number is probability is greater than 3 and here probability is greater than 3 and even. So means number is greater than 3 is even. So now this is given as 3 by 4 and here we will say probability is greater than 3. So it would be 4 or 6 and it is probability greater than 3 which we want to calculate. So we will say probability greater than 3 would be what? 4 by 3 and this we already calculated P4 is equal to P6 is equal to 1 upon 3 into 1.9. So this means this is what 1 upon 5.7. So if you solve this one, we will say 4 upon, we will say this is what 17.1 into 2. So you will get the answer 0.468. So just write down this one. Is it clear everyone? Okay, please reply if it is clear, then we are going to the next question. Okay, now let me try. This is what. Okay, now these are very popular question and very simple question. There is no need to do. They are saying x is a random variable uniformly chosen from the set of the positive odd number. So I have told you one example. So I am just taking the answer of this one. Let's see how fast you can do it. There are many concepts which are related. Okay, so this is one of the related concept. Now this is a very simple question. They are saying x is a random variable chosen uniformly. So what we are saying, odd number between 1 and 99. So means these were the number. Is that clear? Is it clear, everyone? Now they are saying what is the average of this one? So this is an arithmetic progression, and the average is what? First number, last number divided by 2. So my answer is 50. So we are saying uniform distribution. Whenever they say uniform distribution, your answer is always the first value, last value divided by 2. That is the average. Is it clear, everyone? So that is the answer for this question. Okay. Is it clear? Should we go forward? Yes. Can you try this one? Now this is again is a very simple question. I have given you, this is a geometric probability. This is a geometric probability question. Okay, I have told you the geometry probability means the duration between two successes, and the expectation also I have written, that is what? 1 upon p. That was the expectation I have written. So let's see, can you do this one? Okay, let's see what they are saying. Now they are saying probability of earthquake of the magnitude greater than 6 is the Garhwal Himalaya is 0.04. So means they are saying probability of success. So means it is a success is a 0.04. So now what we are saying, the average time between two successive occurrence. So means we are saying means this is known as a success. So means duration would be 1 upon the probability of success. So 1 upon probability of success would be this one, 25-year. So means for the next success what we have to do, how many times we have to wait? 25-year for the next success. Is that clear, everyone? So means always remember, they are saying event happen or not happen. So suppose somebody says for the coin toss, we are saying a coin is tossed till we are getting a 3. So means how many times we have to toss? The probability of 3 is 1 by 6. So means there would be 6 times we have to get. Is that clear, this one? Okay. Now this is a very good question. Let's see how to solve this one. If anybody can solve it, I will give you the example. Okay. Now first taking the answer, and I will explain this question very much. Okay, so let's see, I'm explaining this question because I hope it will take so much time. So what is the meaning of expectation? So we are saying what is the average number of? So we are saying suppose the average is a k. So means we assume in k tosses we will get we will get at least one head or at least one tail. Okay, clear? Is that clear to everyone? What is the meaning of that? We are saying suppose I will toss k times, I will get at least one head and at least one tail. Is that clear? So we are saying k is my average. Now what are the different cases are possible? Either in the first toss, we are saying tossing the first time. So this is the first time we are getting what? We are saying tossing first time, what you can get? Head, or either you can get what? Tail. Now in the first toss you cannot decide you will get, but if you're saying second toss, so there are again two cases we are saying. So means if you have had, so we are saying exactly k minus 1 tosses, what you will get? One tail. So means now second is also head. So what is the second? Then we say it can be what? It can be head or it can be tail. Is there anything else possible? Now look at this one question. How I am starting? I am saying first toss I cannot decide by, because I need at least one head and at least one tail. But as soon as there is one head also, so we will say this toss is spoiled. Why? Because again I have to toss k minus times. Why we are saying I have to toss k minus 1 times to get what? One tail, because this is my expectation. Now, but this case is success because you have get one head and one tail. Is it clear, everybody? No, D is the wrong answer. Don't worry, Mratyunjay, it is not very easy. Is it clear, everybody? What I am saying, if I have tossed first head and second head, so my first toss is spoiled. But if I am getting first head, second tail, then it is not spoiled. Okay. So how many times total you will toss? We will say k minus 1 further and two tosses. So total k plus 1 times you are tossing. Is it clear, everybody? And here we are saying how many total tosses? We are saying only two tosses because we have get one head and one tail. Is it clear, everyone? Because if you can do by this, you can directly do. Now what about if this is head, this is tail, your work is done? We will say again you have to toss two times only. But if it is tail and it is tail, so means this toss is spoiled and you have to again toss k plus 1 times. Is it clear, everyone? Just reply yes or no. No thumbs. Okay, so I will get an idea you got it not. Otherwise, I will repeat it again. Mratyunjay, very good. Okay, now we are saying what is the average. Any other people? Nobody got it. We are saying what is the probability of this case? We are saying first is head, second is head. So what is the probability? This probability. So we are saying this is the xi number, and what is the probability associated with that? It is 1 by 4. Why? Probability of first head, second head 1 by 4. This probability also 1 by 4. This probability 1 by 4, and this probability is 1 by 4. And total random number is already defined. It is a k. Is it clear, everybody? Okay, did you get it, everyone? So I am saying if you toss first time, second time head, so means one toss is false. So we will have to toss exactly k plus 1 time. If first is head, tail, then we have to stop. So we are saying only two tosses. If first is tail, second has, we will say two tosses, we got it. If first is tail, second is tail, we have spoiled one toss, then we have to spoil this one. Okay. Now let's see. Now my answer is what we are saying. This is the probability. First time we are saying k plus 1 into 1 by 4. Then again we are saying 2 into 1 by 4. Then again we are saying this is what? 2 into 1 by 4. And then again we are saying k plus 1 into 1 by 4. So if you say 4k, this is a 4, then we will say it is k plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus k plus 1. So we will say this would finally would be 2k would be equal to 6 and k would be 3. So k was the 3 in this one. This is the smallest way to solve this one. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, can we try one more question? I am giving you one more question. Let's see. Okay, this again is the we are leaving this question. You can directly solve this one. Okay, let's see. This is the question. You have to tell me. I am just not taking the poll. What we are saying, you have to toss till two consecutive head comes. What we are saying, you have to toss till two consecutive head comes. So suppose I am saying k is the number of tosses till two consecutive head comes. Head comes. Okay, so how I will start? So I will say first case. Suppose we are saying we got a tail. So is it spoiled or not? You have to tell me. So we are saying if the first toss is a what tail, so means first toss is spoiled. So now how many times we have to toss? Can you tell me the answer of the first one? Our first toss is tail. We are saying for the K, we are saying we want to exactly two consecutive head. First is tail. So how many times you have to toss? Anybody can give me answer? So this is spoiled. So definitely I have to toss K plus one times. Is it clear everybody? Now suppose first is a head, then we are second is tail. So how many toss are spoiled then? Everyone can you reply? Because they are saying two consecutive head. So here how many toss we have spoiled? Everyone, this is the last question I am doing. So I hope you can answer this one. If I am saying first was the head, nothing has happened, but second is the tail. So how many toss I have spoiled? So we will say first toss it is here, second toss is here. So we will say exactly two toss. So we will say k plus two times we have to toss. But if you are saying second is head and first is head, so you have done that. What we have got two consecutive heads. So there is nothing else. Now, what is the probability of each case? So probability of first tail is 1 by 2. What is the probability first head, second tail is 1 by 4. And what is the probability first head, second head is 1 by 4. So now can I write my answer? So I will write my answer k is equal to k plus 1 into 1 by 2, because these are three random variable possible only, k plus 2 into 1 by 4, and third is what k, what we are saying, this is 2 into 1 by 4. Now if I will take the 4 LCM, this would be 4k is equal to 2k plus 2 plus we will say k plus 2 plus 2. So finally we will get 3k is equal to, so 4k minus 3k, which would be equal to 6. So k would be equal to 6. So that is the answer for this question. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay. So this is the last question we have done. So if you did not get it, again repeating, I am saying, suppose we are saying for two consecutive head, we have to toss k times. Okay. So what is the case? We will start first toss. If it is a tail, so means we have to start again k times to get two consecutive head. So means first toss is spoiled. So we will say that is a k plus one. Now, second case, first time is hot, second time is tail. So now what we are saying means you have spoiled two tosses, and again you have to toss k times. So k plus 2 is k plus 2. Okay, and third times we are saying head and head. So means what you get two consecutive head. So that's why. Question number 9 answer is what? This is 25. Same question, because they are saying how many times you have to attempt. So number of attempt is what? 1 by 40%. Okay, so you can take the answer. Is it clear, everyone? Just answer for this question. Okay, so this was the last question we have done. Okay, so now these are two of my courses which I have already launched in the Plus courses. So if you want to attend our plus courses, please just go through the slides. Okay. And we are saying 1 month cost is a 5,000, and the 24 month, if you are preparing for 2 year program, then just enroll for 2 year program, which is a 6 time of this one, which is a 30K, and there is a discount of 10%, and you can pay in the installment using the credit card. So this is the best option and the cheapest price for any, because we will cover every exam like in GATE and ESC category. We will cover the JE and EE and everything, and I will be your mentor if you use my code. Okay, so this is the code you should apply when you are purchasing, and do let me know on these two numbers. Okay, this number or the Telegram. So thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for attending the class. So do take care and mail me your queries on this Telegram ID. So we will see you in the next class. Tomorrow I will take the important question on the linear algebra. So tomorrow is the special class on linear algebra at 8 p.m. So you can attend that also. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care.